All right. Well, let's get going here. Hope everybody had a great weekend. The weather was beautiful in Middle Tennessee, at least. Not sure how it was in Indianapolis there, Melissa, but uh, we had beautiful weather here. Um, Hope everybody's had a good Monday so far, and hopefully you're looking forward to a good week, a productive week, and we'll be going over some strategies, hopefully to help you make you productive this week. So, first, I want to start out. This is collaborative, so feel free to unmute and get on, and also feel free to send it through chat if you do not want to unmute yourself and talk. So let's be collaborative as much as we can be. Remember also code of ethics, and this is being recorded. So um, just remember we are realtors and maintain those ethics. All right. So last week you had the challenge of looking for price reductions, looking for people in your CRM and sending those to them. And I'm just curious how many people got to do that and send to five, I think is what we said. So did five people send them out, or did at least five people send out to five people? And if you did, I'd love to hear your how it went. All right.
Yeah, I'll start.
All
Yes,
right.
I did. We sent out to a client we picked up from, they just moved here not too long ago, and his house is not conducive to what they need. So, matter of fact, when I get off the call today, I'm going to look at five more houses for him. And they were just sending out, some houses that the price reduced that we've been watching. So I sent them out, and he was like, "Yeah, we like these. Let's go look at them."
Yep. So so that's a great win. Again, I would continue that strategy. Those personal texts, sending shows that you're doing a little more than just the automatic property alerts that when something comes online, it actually shows that you're doing a little more work for them, and it's personal and it creates a conversation. Again, even your cold leads that or leads that were looking at one time. This is a good strategy just to get that conversation going. So that was the challenge last week. Anybody else have anything? Anybody else try it? All right. So the last couple of weeks we've been talking CRM. So how the CRM is your foundation, and we talked about setting up your CRM. We talked about segmenting your different database into different categories. So if you weren't part of the last two, I encourage you to go back and look at them. If you have any need to come sit down with us and let us help you with those CRMs or help you set them up, reach out to Cran or myself. We'd be glad to help you with that moving forward. So today, what we're going to talk about is nurturing those leads. And nurturing your whole database. So we got to figure out what is lead nurturing in the first place. So lead nurturing is basically the art of commencing and maintaining a relationship with your leads. So you may have them come in as a cold lead from the internet. You may meet them at the grocery store and you just get their contact information. But once you've got them in your database, you got to maintain them, and you've got to you're going to build a relationship over time with them. So you could have leads in there that are 6 months to a year out, um, and they're basically at the top of your funnel. But the more you reach out to them, the more touches you have with them, they are going to you're going to get that relationship built to where they trust you. So we're working on a trust, and we're working on being top of mind with that lead. So your CRM is a wonderful tool to be able to do this on scale. So when we weren't using CRMs, you had a Rolodex file basically, and you'd send out individual emails. But now we can do this in mass, and so you could have 2 or 3 thousand people in your database and be able to reach all of those people. So I definitely encourage you to keep working on your CRM and keep segmenting and get into that CRM at least every morning and try to see who has raised their hand or who is opening your emails um, and move them up the file. So the goal of lead nurturing is just to be the
Hey,
agent.
Rick,
Yeah.
does anyone have any questions about how to segment their database or put them in the different buckets that Rick talked about last time? All right.
Remember, when we talk about segmenting them, and if you remember the bullseye I showed up with A being in the middle, then working its way out, B, C, and D, you want to move those people and through your communication, through your CRM and phone calls and text, uh, we want to move them to the A category. And once they're in that A category, obviously, those are people that are going to refer you. Those are people that are going to do business with you. So that's the whole thing. The whole, again, the goal of lead nurturing is to engage in your lead calls, and so we're renting space in their mind by sending them out this information. So I hope. Any questions on that at all? So let's look at the funnel. Everybody's seen a funnel. Basically, at the top of the funnel, we got awareness first. They signed up on your website. They're aware you're a realtor. They looked at a property of yours, or they respond to some house. However, you have not had conversation with them. From awareness, we're trying to move them to some interest that they have in you or real estate or something. Once they've got that interest, and you've given them things of value, uh, either through phone call or through email or through text, you've given them those things of value, they're going to start considering you as their agent. So now we're in the middle of that funnel from consideration. Now, once you get them in, let's say it's a buyer, and you get them in to come have that first time home buyer meeting or buyer consultation, or you've got them to a lender to get pre-qualified. Now you've basically converted them, and but they're still in that middle of that funnel, and you got to come. You're getting to the bottom, and once we get to where they're signing some sort of agency agreement, that's when we are looking at moving towards closing and towards that drip at the bottom. So in that awareness phase, way up here, you could have 1,000 people in there, and again, you're not going to be calling those people all the time. Probably in the beginning you may, but those are the people that you're going to keep sending things of value to on a mass level with your CRM. That's the beautiful thing about the CRM, is you can talk and touch a lot of people there at the top of your funnel and work your way down. So any questions on that? All right. So on email, and when we're nurturing people, we're going to send out a variety of things. So this is why segmenting your client and your database is so important. You're not going to send the same things to buyers as you are sellers. You're not going to send the same thing to past clients or to the people that you're showing houses to. So you want to get those people separated so you can send the pieces of value that need to go to the right people. Does that make sense? Because you're not going to send sellers, you may send a market report. You may send, hey, curb appeal, how to get your house curb appeal, something about renovation, something about staging. These are the things you will send sellers or sellers that are thinking about selling their houses. But buyers, you may send, especially first time home buyers, it may be credit repair. It may be, different things to look for in a house. Maybe it's a report on a neighborhood and the city that they're moving in, things that the area they showed interest offers. So you want to make sure you're sending the right things to the right people. And that's why with your database, it's important to get in there and get them segmented. And so you're sending the proper thing. All right. And then the other thing is what we're going to do is once we send those things of value, and this is going to be the challenge this week, is when we send something of value, let's say it's a home renovation newsletter, and if you, or not a newsletter, but an email that's uh, uh, something on renovations. That is a perfect time. I wouldn't do it to my D clients. Remember, those are the people in the outside circle. But your B's and A's, I would definitely call them after you've sent them that email or that report. And basically what you're going to say is, see how things are going and just follow up, say, hey, did you get my email? A lot of my clients are now renovating their homes. And by the way, I've got a list of contractors, or I got a list of people in different trades that can help you with this project. But again, what you're doing is you're showing that value that you got this for them. But at the end of that conversation, always let them know, by the way, I'm never too busy for your referrals. You want, most agents never ask for the referral. And this is a way that you can personally ask for that referral and become that try to get that person to be your advocate. So you can do this to your past clients. You can do this to people that have just raised their hand and said, hey, I'm thinking of selling in the next year, next 2 years. These are things that you can do with those. You can do that with buyers too. You can send out an email that maybe, let's say, has something to do with different loan programs available for first-time home buyers. We'll follow up with a phone call to those people and ask if they've got the email, if they've got any questions, can I be of any help, and try to get them from email and phone call to an in-person meeting. Because once you give them that in-person meeting, now you're on the conversion pathway, and then closing obviously is next. Anybody got any input on that, or has done something like that before? All right. So moving on, texting. Obviously, we did that text challenge last week, where you text 5 people, text them of new price drops. I would continue that. That's an easy thing to do. I sent a video afterwards how to do it in our market, how we do it. If you're not in our market, I'm sure you've got a hot sheet some way on MLS to pull up the recent price drops. And if you don't, talk to your broker and learn how to do that. So last week, I think there was 48 price drops. So surely out of those 48, there was you had at least 5 clients in your database, or 5 people that you can think of that you can send a personal text to saying, hey, this home just dropped in price. It's now, more in your price point. Is this something maybe interest to you? So just like Christopher had said, he sent that out, and he's showing homes. You showing homes today, Christopher?
Yes. Yes.
So that's awesome. So it works when we put that request out there and ask for the business and show the value. He showed value by going in, finding those things and sending them to them. He didn't rely on just the property updates coming in. These people actually conversed back with them, and now he gets to go show houses to them. So he's moved them down the funnel where he's in the conversion level. The next thing is closing for him. So that's great news. The texting, phone calls, those are going to be your best communication. Email, we're sending those in mass. But your video, I don't know how many people are using BombBomb or any kind of video. If you've got KV Core like we do, you can do it right from your CRM. Send a little video message to them. It can be just, hey, how are you doing? Is there anything I can do to help? Type of email or video. Remember, that's another important about CRM is putting those notes in there so that you remember something personal about those people. So if their dog Fluffy was something you remember them saying one time, put that in your notes and pin it to the top. Remember their wife's name or their significant other's name. Remember their kids' names. Remember, their football team's name. And put those to the top so that you have got something personal, and that goes a long way when you're talking to them, especially on video or on phone. So that's an easy text message too. Let's say they like a certain football team and they won this weekend. You could send that congratulations. Hey man, great. That was a great game. Congratulations on, well, you probably wouldn't send this often, but Kentucky won. So proud of you. Sorry, Corinne. And you couldn't do it with Tennessee, evidently. But those little things doesn't even have to be about real estate. Anybody got anything to add on that? What they've done in the past? I'd love to hear it. All right. So this week, what we're going to do is you are going to get emailed. Anybody who signed up through our portal is going to get an email with 3 different emails to send. You don't not all 3 of them. I mean, you can. One's going to be for sellers. It's going to be a something of value to send to them, of value to a buyer, and then some. Then I want to send something, or we've got one that's just for your uncategorized. If you haven't categorized your leads yet, we're going to have one for you also. Again, I encourage you to get in and categorize your leads and get them labeled how they need to be. But what I want you to do is I want you to at least send one of those emails to those people. If you want to do buyers and sellers and you have them categorized, go for it. And then I want you to follow up with a phone call and see if they got that email. I want you to pick 5 people. Now, if your CRM, like ours, if your CRM shows you that they opened the email, then that's even better. And you can follow up and say, hey, did you get the information on the home renovation I sent you? Whatever the email is. You read the email also, know what you're sending, and say, well, great, I've got trade. If you ever decide to do any renovations, I've got a list of people in different trades that can help you. If you need a referral, just let me know. And then ask for the referral. So by the way, you may not be ready to buy or sell, but do you know anybody that is? I'm never too busy for your referrals and really do appreciate them. Let them know those things. You could also ask them how things, talk to them about the family, talk to them about things, get the conversation going and connect with them and help build that relationship, help build that trust. All right. Is that a good enough challenge? We got a quiet list today. Make a
Yes.
So, all right. I'm just reading some chats here. So, all right. So look for those emails. They'll be coming probably tomorrow. And then pick at least one, if not both of them, if not all 3 of them. It doesn't matter. And then give it a day or so, and then follow up with a phone call and see, and then come back next week. I want to hear your wins. I'm glad to hear Christopher's win, and I know there's some others on here that have wins that they're just not talking today, but I want to hear your wins. I want to celebrate your wins as a group. And then I'll let you know that Cran and I are available to help you with your CRMs if you need any help with them. We're going to continue to give you content to send out to your CRMs. So be looking for that stuff as we move forward with these Monday classes. And again, don't forget to ask for the referral. On Thursday, Matt and Dr. Ben are going to be talking about clear communication strategies. I know several of you have gotten on to their session's about 1 hour. Ours is about 30 minutes, but 20 to 30 minutes. But theirs this week is going to be on clear communication strategies, and it's using your CRM. It's using AI, Chat GPT, on how to communicate and get responses back from different clients. So I hope y'all will get on that on Thursday. We will send out everybody that signed up through our portal. We will send you out an email message with that. And anybody got anything else to add?
With that BOP, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
With that BOP, I know you said that you could get the information from where they sent it to you from, but I'm thinking that I signed through you guys because I can't find it.
Okay. I tell you what, Karen,
We have
I
to
will
send
check.
it.
Do what?
I think we have to send it.
Okay. Tell you what we'll do is we'll send it to you, Karen. The other thing, I will check with Matt and Dr. Ben to see if they can put it on in our portal too. I'm not sure they can, but let me ask them to see if they can put the past episodes on there also, the recording.
Okay, thank you.
Crane, you gonna say something?
Make it a great week.
All right, there you go. All right. Well, I do hope y'all have a good week. Let's do something intentional in your real estate business this week. We've given you an intentional item you can do. So I hope uh, that you'll do them, and please come back next week and let's celebrate those wins. I want to hear that you did this, you created conversation. Look, a win doesn't have to be we went out and showed houses the next day or I went and got them pre-approved. No, I mean, it's a good conversation. It's a conversation of them saying, hey, I'll be glad to send you my referrals. Those are wins. And especially in today's market, you need to, this is the time in today's market, you should be building your business, building your database. Think the time of the year and things are just naturally a little bit slower. Working on your business so that when things do come to a little, hopefully a little more active, you're ready. And when they get busy again, there's not the time to be setting up your database and setting up your working on trying to get people to raise their hand. Again, we're just looking for those people raising their hand in your database. And again, if you have a good CRM, you can see those people when they raise their hand, and you can go in there and make phone calls, and you can send them a video so that when they're ready, you're the one that's been top of mind, and then you're going to be their agent. So work on those client nurturing, and just kind of think in the back of your mind, that where they were at in the funnel, and move them through that funnel, and send out those things of value, and be ready for the season when we get busy again, and you'll be happy you did this stuff now than wait until then. So I do hope everybody has a good week, and hope you all have wins this week, and I can't wait to celebrate them next week. We will see y'all.